The next step in our Flutter game introduction is to enable the background music. Using Flame Audio, insert a bgm.stop method in the sprite component button. This is a separate package from Flame and must be imported separately. Your challenge is to start the music when the character stops growing. The size of the character on the intro screen is increasing in the update loop. Use an if statement. If the character is below a certain size, then the character will grow. Or else, then start the music playing. The main challenge here is that you need to implement some type of Boolean check to see if the music has already started playing or not. There's a pre-existing property, flameaudio.bgm.isPlaying, that you can use, or you can set up your own Boolean variable. Once the music starts playing, you should be able to stop it with the mute button. The music will also stop playing if you pause your game. So using the Android buttons, if it's in the background, it should stop playing. At this stage, if you do a hot restart, the music doesn't stop playing. So you will need to stop it before you do a hot restart when you test your game. Okay, pause the video and give it a go. In the onload method of your Flame game, you're going to need to initialize the background music. This step is required if you want the music to stop playing when the app goes into the background. So, when you're actually using the Android phone, if you select another app, the current app goes into the background. And you need to have this flameaudio.bgm.initialized in here in order for the app, the audio portion of your game to work properly with the rest of the apps. So we'll just start off pretty simply here, and in the update method, so there's already an if statement here. So first thing you might want to do or try to do that you probably did in your challenge is you just have an else statement here. There's no checks, and then you start the background music playing. It's going to be in a loop, and it's going to be continuously playing. So you will need some type of check, but I guess at least you can hear something there. So your actions have taken some type of result on your game. So in this case, I'm going to set up a music playing variable. This is redundant since there is a bgm.isPlaying. You don't need this separate Boolean variable. However, I've left it in here because I think when if you forgot that there is this bgm.isPlaying, it's pretty, you just want to get it done. So you could just start playing around with your own Boolean variables, and unless you know what properties are there or you've read the documentation, you wouldn't know that there is this is playing. So there's multiple ways to solve this challenge. Instead of actually playing the music, because it's going to be playing it again and again, first going to check to make sure that the check works with this print statement, which should only theoretically appear once if the loop were actually working. So one of the concepts of building a game is that the entire game is in this infinite loop. And as the loop keeps running, you can take different actions, but the thing is looping constantly. Whatever statements you have in that update loop is updating many times a second. All right, good. We're making a lot of progress, but let's get this mute button to start working. And although it's going to be pretty easy to stop the background music, since the girl will have stopped growing at that point, unless there's another check in here, as soon as when you press the mute button, it's likely that she'll start. The music is going to start again. If you did know that there is this BGM.is playing, this might solve both of the problems. However, you're probably just trying to get it to work, and even if the BGM dot is playing was in the slide, you may not have used it because you're more familiar with these Boolean variables, which is fine. We just want to get it working at this stage. So this is not the best practice, but it's one way to just use your basic knowledge of Boolean logic and to do different checks on your conditions. So you can just start off without too much knowledge of the Flame components into just do a check, just run it, and then add another Boolean flag if you need to. At this stage, we do need to check if the woman has finished her introduction. And again, I'll just create a Boolean flag right here so that you can get a concept of just what needs to be done to actually get the music to start at a certain time under your control. So if the introduction portion where she's spinning and growing, she hasn't finished it, then don't play the music. But if she has finished it, then play the music and just let the system know that she's finished so that it doesn't start playing it again and again. And as you get more experience with Flame, you can dig more into it and start knowing more of the properties and methods of Flame. In the next video, we'll have a separate screen for the start button, and we won't be using a state management system yet. It's a fairly big topic, but you'll be able to have some fun and click on the button, and then the game will start. Subscribe to the channel for updates on the more than 50 videos I've made on Flame. The videos with source code are also available for free on Teachable, 100% free course if this is a hobby. In whatever way you choose to learn, make sure you have fun and unleash your creativity. Have a fantastic day.